a second reason that markets aren't paying attention, which are markets are becoming, sadly, realistically frustrated and used to the fact that Washington, D.C. doesn't get anything done in a timely manner and until the last minute. But in the end, we always kind of skirt by and we avoid the crisis. And that is true until it's not. And so the question is, at what point do people start to say, okay, the risk of default is high enough that I am really concerned? And I'll tell you, internally, I update my default risk, and it's above zero, which it shouldn't be, but it just jumped up significantly with the fact that we have this date coming up so much sooner, and both sides in the negotiation. And let me say, I'm tired of talking about it as sides.
So am I.
I wish our country weren't sides. Like, guess what? Yeah. We as a country have to default, not two teams clobbering each other. But the fact that they're all realizing now the timeline is faster than they thought, that does increase the chance that there is a default. And here at Milken, the conversations I'm having, first and foremost, are all about AI. That's what everyone wants to talk about. Yeah, artificial intelligence. But second, as soon as I talk about the Committee for Responsible Federal Budget, people want to talk about the debt ceiling and are we going to default? And that hasn't been the case for the past weeks and months. People have not been very focused on it. The attention is shifting to it. I think markets are going to be much more sensitive to what's going on in the default discussions.
It's almost like investors know they've known all year that maybe we're going to have to start focusing on this at some point. That point has now come. And they also think that in a couple of months or whenever it gets resolved, they can forget all about it until the next time it comes around. That's one of the...
But I understand that, so the point you and I were both making, like, if you're going to run your country like two teams beating up on each other and their own fighting for politics, which isn't affecting the well-being of any of our lives, other sectors of the economy are going to just charge forward and do their own thing. And we are losing the ability of Washington to work with the private sector. Back to AI, that actually matters. We need to be thinking about how to work these things in tandem, but you've got politicians so obsessed with their own re-election narratives, they're not doing the hard work of governing, and I get why folks in markets are sick and tired of Washington not being able to do its job in a timely manner. On the debt ceiling, there's no room for mistake, though.
And journalists are tired of talking about it, but we have to talk about it.
Well, we have to, because it matters.
Let me ask you about the sort of political outlook here. Now, so there's one sort of bit of, you might call conventional wisdom, that if there is some kind of market reaction, let's say the S&P 500 falls 5%. On something that happens that raises concerns of an actual default, that will be the thing that actually moves Congress and gets it done. Is that the case, do you think?
It could be, and the reason that a lot of people think that is that that's what happened with TARP. If anybody remembers back on the TARP vote.
In 2008.
Yeah,
yep.
And I was there in the room for some of that. It was some pretty scary times where there was the vote against doing anything. Markets absolutely tanked, and policymakers called on everybody saying, what do we do?
That was 7% in one day, is my recollection on the S&P.
Stunning shift. And so it's a reminder, especially when in the fiscal space, we work in place in an environment that's kind of like a bubble, where everybody's very sanguine, they're not worried about anything happening until suddenly real concerns emerge, and then it happens very quickly. That could happen here again. It could be markets that force lawmakers. It shouldn't be.